Thanks for checking out Chamber Web TV. This is Cambridge Votes 2014, a conversation with the candidates for the upcoming October 27th municipal election. I'm Greg DeRocher, President and CEO of the Cambridge Chamber of Commerce, and it's my pleasure to sit down with Ward 6 candidate, and he's been here before, Shannon Adshade. How are you, sir?
Good, Greg. How you doing?
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you again, too.
Have you been working hard in the last 4 years? Because I know the last time we met, you were sitting right there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. No, I have been. I've been working not in elections. Well, in the provincial and federal elections, I've been working. But no, I've been working really hard on my job, and actually, I'm the director of player personnel for the Cambridge Winterhawks, and that's been keeping. Right. I really enjoy. I just got that job this year, and I really love it. It's a great job. It's really neat. So
yeah, you can help the kids. And
yes, it's really can make a big difference. Yeah. And I love hockey too, right? So it's kind of like something that I love.
But it's a feel good kind of thing to do.
It is. Yes.
At the end of the day, you help some kids and you do some stuff.
That's right.
I'm going to ask you the toughest question you'll ever be asked in any campaign.
Okay.
This is a tongue twister and just binds every candidate up.
Okay.
Shannon, why are you running?
That's a good question. It's certainly not for the financial implications. I
could qualify that for you.
Honestly, Greg, the reason I run because I really care about Cambridge. I care about its people, and and I've been a lifelong resident of Cambridge, and I think we need some new vision. We need some new leadership. I love the city. I love the people, and it's time to make some. I think not that I'm saying people have done a poor job. But I think it's time for some new leadership and new vision, and that is why I'm running, because I think I can help. I know a lot of people. I've been involved in a lot of things, and I think I can help in that regard to make our city better. That's the only reason I'm running.
Pretty honorable reason.
Yeah. Thank you.
You just love your community.
I do. I was born and raised here, and I've been really heavily involved here, and that's why I'm running.
No, that's great.
Okay.
Shannon, what do you think is the biggest issue facing Cambridge and other municipalities in Ontario today?
That's a good question. When I look at it, it's obviously we need to provide services for a growing population. We need to provide infrastructure, and we're limited in how cities can get tax revenue. To me, that's the biggest issue facing Cambridge.
It's very interesting because I asked the mayors a question about infrastructure or about funding, and I say, only 70% of all the revenue the city needs is collected through property tax. 30% of it is on user fees.
Yes, okay.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
Everybody understands that user fees have to be a component of everything, but that we can't double taxes to take care of our services and infrastructure needs.
And people are going to tolerate that either.
So
Greg,
where do we get our money?
Well, the province kicks in money. We need to talk to them. We need to lobby them. I know the mayor has done. Our mayor and in Kitchener, they've been working when he was the head of the municipalities. What's his name? Sorry,
Barry.
Yes, thank you. When Barry was the chair, he's been fighting hard to get. The province needs to realize that it can't download services to the cities and expect the cities to provide everything. It's impossible. I don't care who you are. They need some kind of increased revenue. The province needs to say, listen, the cities need this for their roads. They need this for infrastructure. If it's a gas tax, I don't know what they're going to do, but the province can't just say to the cities, hey, we're going to give you,
good luck.
Here, cities, deal with all this, but no money. That's just unrealistic, and nobody can deal with that.
No.
We need a revenue stream from the province. Yeah. That's what I think. Okay.
Well, Toronto's got it to some degree.
Yes.
Got. I hate to call it taxing abilities, but I guess there's no other phrase for it. But maybe it's not so much taxing abilities, but maybe it's access to already current taxes that are being collected. Like road tax.
Yes.
Okay. When I was a kid, I thought road tax or gas tax was supposed to go to fix roads. Now it seems to kind of go into general revenue. We need a little sliver.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be for the money the province rakes in. It wouldn't take them much to allow us that.
And they could probably do a little restructuring to figure out how to find that money.
Yes, they could. Yeah. And they're not doing that. Well, I don't want to get into that right now, but I think I only got so much time here right now. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and that could go on for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell me something. You've been out knocking on a few doors. You've been meeting some people in the ward. What's the biggest issue in Ward 6?
There's a few issues, if I can elaborate on that. I think number one, the roads are so congested. Like in Ward 6, you come down Concession, you go up Cedar, St. Andrews.
I do that often.
It's terrible. Like I know when the bridge was under construction was worse. But even on a regular day at 5 o'clock, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I know the region's planning on reconstructing Cedar and St. Andrews, and we got to make sure they may make it so it's better for the flow of traffic. I know they're adding bike lanes, which I think is a good idea. And we got to make it safe too. Like there's a few schools there. We got to make sure the zones.
There's
are safe.
something the region's got planned to the south boundary road that they're just doing the final. They're not quite sure where it's going to go.
Yes, the bypass.
Yeah. I know people on Shellard Road wouldn't be too happy of having to go up there.
Yeah, but you know we have to get stuff. We can't have trucks coming through the downtown. It's ridiculous. It ties everything up. We need that bypass through, and I know the first phase has gone through, but we need to push as fast as we can to get because that's been on the books since when?
Oh,
the 1950s was it? I think.
I ran into Gord Chaplin the other day. They talked about it when he was on Galt Council.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how long that was.
Exactly. No, that has to be done.
Seemed like a long time ago to me.
Yeah, very long time ago.
Shannon, Mr. Adshade.
Oh, sorry, Greg, just a couple quick things.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
Jill, I forgot. I'm worried about recreational facilities.
Okay.
We need to update them in our ward, and we need like better arenas and seniors' homes too. We got to look at seniors because we have a aging population, and we need retirement. My daughter's taking major in gerontology. Tells me this all the time. Dad, we got to look out. We have a senior population. If we don't plan for that now, we're going to be in big trouble. And we're getting that age too. I want a home to go to. I'm sure you do too. But that's really important. And there are some in our ward. But
I don't want to look at that.
Yeah, but that's what I see as issues facing our ward.
Housing for the seniors and the aging population.
And for the young kids, recreation facilities, and arenas. We need to update our arenas. Like Dixon and McIntosh were old when I played, so come on, we need something better. So
No, very, very good.
Okay.
Those are good, yeah.
Okay.
So, was that the big, bold ideas? Are those the big, bold ideas?
For me?
Yeah.
Not at a city level. I think that's
So,
at a ward
the
level.
Cambridge Chamber of Commerce like to interview candidates, talk to candidates who have big, bold ideas.
Okay, cool.
Not just for the next 4 years, but off into the future.
Okay.
What's Shannon Adshade's big, bold idea?
Okay, you know what I'd like to see? Well, number one, we need LRT, and we need it now. It's a done deal. There's no use arguing about whether we're getting or not. We can debate that forever, but it's done now, so it's going to happen. So what we need to do is push to get it ASAP, because if we don't, honestly, we'll never see it in 20, 25 years down the road. We'll never see it, but we'll be paying for it. So what we got to do is tell the region it's a fairness issue. We're the second largest city in this region, and we need that. We're not paying for Kitchener-Waterloo just to have LRT. We need it here too. We're the second largest city, and we're paying for it, so you better extend it. There was talk by the Liberal government. There was rumor. There was money in the LRT budget, so let's see what Ms. Wynn's got up her sleeve. We need that. We need this to our community. If we sit back and go, oh, well, we'll never see it. In 20 years, Greg, I guarantee we'll never, it's going to be too expensive, forget it, 25 years, or obsolete, we'll never see it. We need it now. And we deserve it just as much as anybody else. So it's an issue of fairness.
You must have been sneaking around the notes in my office or something. Because you know my question. I was going to ask you a question on LRT, but it's out. I'm very disappointed because
I know.
Chamber was opposed to it, but we weren't opposed to it because we didn't like public transportation. We were opposed to it. We thought wrong technology, wrong time, and then the fact we had to pay for it
and not getting any service.
We had all those problems. However. You're just like you said, democracy prevailed. Vote was taken. It is what it is. We're getting it one way or the other. And the premier did say, hey, there's no reason why, if you vote in a Liberal in Cambridge, there's no reason why we can't. Well,
exactly. And that, I know that's not
they
sad.
Did that.
It's sad in a way that if that's what it takes, but if that's what it takes, that's fine by me, right? I like,
but we got to meet some targets, though,
yes.
Shannon.
Yes.
Like even the one at the north end in Kitchener-Waterloo doesn't meet the ridership numbers that.
That's a good point.
So we need to get riders on it, because if you think you'd get a lot of phone calls as a councillor for empty buses going by, you wouldn't believe how many phone calls you'd get for empty trains going by.
Oh, yeah,
So what can we do as a community?
Okay.
to create that demand, to then go to the province and say, look, we got all these people standing out there waiting to get on this train.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. Well, there's been recent studies that show actually there's more commuters coming from Cambridge and Kitchener combined. They've got 1-day service now. They've been promised 2-day service, GO train service to Toronto. We're closer. I know the mayor and council right now are working on a plan that makes a lot of sense.
Would
That's
that help
cheaper.
the LRT? Would that help bring the reasoning for LRT?
I think so. Oh, definitely. I think so. Like you could link everything right together, right? That makes a lot of sense, right? So there's been studies too, and a friend of mine actually is really knowledgeable, more so than myself. He's on my campaign team, and he actually mentioned, you know what, they're not even counting the people that actually just drive to Milton and on the 401, okay? Because there's so many that do that. So that would even be increased the membership. And if we have more, we're a commuter town for a lot of ways. A lot of people live here and work in Toronto. So more than Kitchener-Waterloo, the study that I read or was showing, there's more in Cambridge than Kitchener-Waterloo.
5,500 in Cambridge and 4,400 in Kitchener.
And Kitchener-Waterloo. And they're getting the service and we're closer and it'd be cheaper. So that's another issue about the region. We're not being treated fairly and equitably. You know, like why? There's a study that shows we should have.
Why though?
Well, there's even talk, do we have to go back to double direct elections? Do we need to have regional and city councilors, or do we need more than 3 people on that?
Because I know you've been involved. You've been an interested, I don't want to call you an activist because you're not an activist, but you've been an interested participant in municipal politics for years.
Oh, forever. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember the time when regional councilors sat at local council.
Yes, and that would be a good idea, because I don't think a lot of ways they're really seeing what's happening in Cambridge. I think they miss out, and I think we need stronger representation. I think we haven't traditionally not been treated fairly by the region. Yeah. Like we could spend hours on this, but it's just LRT's an example. GO Transit. You know, like we have 3 members. I know they go by population, and they say, "Oh, Cambridge whines all the time." Well, maybe the reason we whine is because we're not treated fairly. Like if you're going to put LRT there, you know, if you're going to do this LRT, the second largest city should have LRT.
I know my kids whine, and they whine.
So I don't
tell me
they're
whining
treat
because
me
I'm
fairly,
not...
and I won't whine. But if you're treating me unfairly, I'm going to be upset about it, and we need to let them know.
You know, you mentioned GO. I've never taken GO. Have you ever taken GO?
Not really. No, I haven't. No,
I haven't either.
Okay.
But not because I wouldn't like to, because in my mind, I guess I think about it. Hey, it'd be great to just jump on a train. I could do some work on my way into Toronto to do business. Most of my meetings are around Queen's Park or at the Ontario Chamber, which is down there. It would be really convenient for me. However, driving off the 401 going down to Milton or Burlington, that's not convenient.
You might as well drive all the way
Well,
then, right?
it's just not
Stupid,
convenient.
right? Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy. I think what GO is missing here is all the Greg DeRochers that would say, absolutely, if I have two-way all day here, I'll use it to go in for a meeting and come home by noon hour.
I would love it too. I'm a big Leaf fan. I go to a few games a year. Last year I think I left here at 5 o'clock, 4:30. I never got there till halfway through the second period. Okay?
I know.
That's expensive tickets, but that's just an example of the gridlock that's on there.
I know.
Would I love to get on a GO train and get there? I would love to, and so would you. But like, why? When you drive, I've gone on the subway. A lot of times I'll go up to Yonge, or I'll go to
take the subway down.
Yes, and that's okay. But let's face it, you're driving all that distance. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to just get on and hop?
I think so, and I think. I know they look at the statistics and the numbers and all that kind of stuff and where people work, but I think what they're missing in that is if they had the service here, who doesn't use it now would use it.
Yes, I think so.
And I think there's a lot of people, because I know tons of my peers and a lot of chamber members who have to have meetings in downtown Toronto, and they jump in their car and drive down.
Yeah, or they drive to Milton and get on at that point. But that's silly, right? And just thinking we could get the congestion off the roads, our roads, off the 401. It's better for the environment, more relaxing, more productive.
I know.
We got to do it. And like the 401's just getting worse and worse and worse, as you know. It's brutal.
Well, you could take Ken Sealing in a back room somewhere and. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to comment on that one. Yeah.
Tell me something, Shannon. Where do you see Cambridge in 25 years?
25 years? Okay. Okay, number one, I'd like to see LRT here. I'd like to see the GO train here. I would like to see us get a convention center with like a 5,000 to 7,000 seat arena. We could get some concerts. We could draw trades in from Toronto, or be a center that people would like to come to. We've got a beautiful downtown. We are not using it, right? Like we could be I think we could really be a tourist town, but we got to get the people in here, right? Convention center with 5 to 7. We're a big hockey city. I'm sure we could get a good, like, and Winterhawks are in the playoffs. They can't. The Gold Arena is it just won't
Yeah.
fit.
Beautiful arena.
Yeah,
Nicely
lovely.
well
Oh,
done,
it's
but-
beautiful. And you got to keep it going.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like maybe we need a bigger arena. We need a convention center. So I'd like to see LRT go, convention center with an arena. I'd like to see improved recreational facilities, senior centers, and improved infrastructure and road construction, and the gridlock that we experience. I know that's a lot.
And, yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what?
But that's what I see. There's
Hey,
a lot of
and
things
as
we can
you
make
well
better.
know, the chamber's always going to be standing there saying, "Hey, watch the taxes, watch the taxes." But the chamber really believes that we can do that.
Yes. Well, you know what? I think you've been a really good champion of that, and please keep doing that because we need that. We need not to let. We need to keep
I
fighting.
think we
and,
can do it.
Yes, and thank you for doing that. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Okay.
You know what, Shannon? I'm really excited at this election. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to vote on October the 11th. My wife Lisa's going to take a picture of me voting in my pajamas on the internet.
Go. Yeah. Right on. No, cool.
I
cool.
think
Right on,
it's
okay.
absolutely fantastic for
Right on,
this
right on.
community. You know, and I've told people before, if you're not happy with what Cambridge City Council has done in the last 4 years, you got to be happy that they all supported online voting.
You know what?
Because
It's
it's got to be here. It's the 21st century. The
know what?
internet's over 25 years old.
yes, and you know what? I'm really glad you asked me that question because I am co-chair of Fair Vote Canada, Waterloo Region,
Yes.
and what we promote or believe is that the first past the post system is archaic as well, and that should be eliminated. We
Yeah.
should have a mixed member. At least half is based on proportional
Mm-hmm.
representation. One of the major reasons we believe that is when you have a provincial election, when there's 52% vote, we go, oh, we need over 50. That's sad. Municipal election, 25% of the people vote. Even
I know.
federally now, we're barely over 50. I applaud the city. And there might be some mess. I know Stratford had some difficulties, and
Oh, there
other
might
people
be.
are saying, oh, whatever. You know what? I applaud them. If we can get more people voting, that's a good thing. That's what we believe at Fair Vote. We need people engaged and participating. We need to feel they have a voice and they have a candidate they can support. Why are they all voting strategically? Like
Yeah.
they're not voting for who they support because they're voting because I don't want this person again, so I'm going to vote for them even though I really don't like them. That's not a good democracy.
Well, I went out the other day. I'm doing a promotional video with the chambers helping the city do that to get people interested in voting online or by telephone, and interviewing some people out at the mall yesterday, and it was great to see the young people say, "Oh, really? Oh, that's fantastic."
And you know they might get the young people engaged, right? Because they're they're on there all the time, and people are busy, so they go to the poll. Or like I know last time there was some issues, but there's lineups. There's no excuse now not to vote.
I know.
Telephone, internet.
Hey, I'm going to vote.
So
online.
wouldn't it be
and
nice?
I'm not
wouldn't
even
it be nice
a
if we
young
could-
kid.
Yeah, and I can do it too. And wouldn't it be nice if we could actually get close to 50%?
It would be wonderful.
I applaud the city for what they've done, and I think it takes a bold initiative. But I think that's a really good thing. So kudos to them. I'm
Yeah.
really excited
Yeah,
about that. I
that's
think
great.
that's really neat, and that's what we need. That's what this is all about. People participating,
Engagement,
getting
yes,
engaged,
we need people,
communicating. We're going to be a better city, better province, better people if we communicate and get involved.
I would agree 100%.
You know, there's so many people, unfortunately, oh, I don't want to get involved, and a lot of people maybe say, oh, why are you involved? But you know what? If we don't, what's going to happen
Yeah,
to our
exactly.
democracy? We need to be involved. Yeah.
Great discussion, Shannon Adshade. That's fantastic. Any last final words to the voters of Ward 6?
The only thing I'd like to say is my second attempt. I think we need, not that I don't respect the effort, anybody that puts their name on a ballot and it's run before, I have ultimate respect for it. But I think there's time, we need some new leadership, we need some new vision. So please, this is my second time, it was a close election last time, but if you think I'm decent enough to vote, please vote for me on October 27th. I'd really appreciate it, thank you.
Or do it online in
Or on,
pajamas.
yes, or like in pajamas with Greg on October 11th. That's even better. Yeah. We're not.
Thanks again, folks, for tuning into Chamber Web TV. This is Cambridge Votes 2014, a conversation with the candidates for the October 27th municipal election. Again, I'm Greg DeRocher, and this is Shannon Adshade, candidate in Ward 6.
Thank you, Greg.
Shannon.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
All the best.
That was great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes.
Perfect.
Hey, that was great, Greg. Thank you.
That was super.